Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Coach.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng ating mga classmates. Yan, habang alam mo, sumisilip ako sa bintana, hindi pa bumabalik yung ano, no, yung dami ng tao sa Metro Manila. So, of course, we just came from the Holy Week break at sana po lahat kayo nakapagpahinga, muni-muni, nilay-nilay, ang mga Filipino words, no? Ulit-ulit, no? So, ikaw, Chris, saan ka ba nagstay during the Holy Week?
Actually, Coach, nag-recuperate ako sa bahay. Nasa bahay lang ako, a little bit of cutie with the family. Um,
Mhm.
hindi kasi namin talaga ugali yung nagbabakasyon for Holy Week. It's really more on yung traditions ng bisita iglesia, di ba? Yung mga padasal. So, talagang we stayed in Manila.
Ayan, ako rin, no? I stayed in Manila. Kasi iwas din tayo sa sa pahirap, no? Sa penitensya, sa traffic. Yung mga horror stories na bumiyahe ng 10 oras na dati dalawat kalahati lang, no? So, pero syempre hindi natin na may iwasan yung ibang mga kababayan natin na talagang talagang gusto nilang makita ang kanilang mga kaanak, no? Ay samantalahin, no? Take advantage of the long weekend.
Yes.
Among the holidays kasi yan yung fix di ba? Talagang Thursday at Friday papatak yan, no? Taon-taon. So, a lot of people plan their vacations, no? Spend time, sabi mo nga, QT, quality time with the family. So, again, no? Nag-break lang tayo last week pero sariwang-sariwa pa sa isip ko yung yung huling episode which I found no myself even ako yung kasama ron sa episode I found very talaga refreshing and I just watched it. Pinapanood ko pa rin po yung mga replays kahit ako na yung nandirito, no, but then believe it or not, no, nagte-take down notes pa rin ako from our own episodes here. And I hope, I'm sure, no, and, I'm sure lahat ng mga classmates natin ay eager and excited na naman to take down notes from tonight's part 2 of our
Yes.
personal values to tangible value episode.
Sobrang jam-pack yung last episode nyo, Coach. Kahit ako kanina while I was driving home, yun din yung pinapakinggan ko because ang daming nangyari, di ba? Meron ka pang surprise guest, ano pa si Sir
Oh,
Martin.
tangere. Doon pa yung
Yes.
tangere. Siyempre,
And
gusto nating dagdagan yung value na nabibigay natin sa ating mga classmates.
correct. And napaka-insightful nung mga shinare ni Sir Martin, di ba? Kahit ang bilis ng data, that's what technology can do talaga, di ba? Na ready na siya for Lent, di ba? Week before Lent, meron na siyang studies agad. Ito na, mag-prepare na kayo.
And then nakakatuwa rin, no? Like ngayon, pagbukas mo pa lang ng live stream natin, nandiyan na yung mga pangalan na siyempre, no, na nami-miss natin every week. Sabi nga, hashtag Tuesday Habit, sabi ni OG Liwag, si Marjorie Liwag. No, ayan, good evening, Coach Romel and Coach Chris. Ayan, Tuesday Habit. Totoo naman na if you really want, sabi nga, entrepreneurial mindset starts with developing the right habits, no? And converting these habits into disciplines, di ba? Yung para ma-establish mo yung productive rhythm and cadence mo as an entrepreneur. So, isa to sa mga ika nga no, dapat mo pag-investan ng time, yung
Yes,
continuous learning. Ayan.
correct.
Yes. Speaking of continuous learning, let's continue the learning with our top 3 takeaways. Of course, courtesy of Miss Wina. Sinamarize niya last week, no? So, iulitin lang po ni Chris para may continuity yung ating episodes.
Actually, yung top 3 takeaways ni Miss Wina, hindi talaga siya 3 takeaways kasi sobrang siksik nga nung episode that it was really hard to put it into just 3. But
Ah,
I categorized it. Yung first half kasi, yung key takeaway is really more of the environment, 'di ba? Or what you do internally. So, surround yourself with business-minded or alike people, 'di ba? Yung people that you can look up to, people na you can learn to, which is yung connection then is you learn from other people's experiences and mistakes, 'di ba? And you
tama.
invest in yourself. While you're doing that, 'di ba, na para kang sponge na you learn from these people, you surround yourself with the right environment, and at the same time, on your own time, you invest in yourself. Do podcasts, read more, all the available platforms to nurture your growth, you have to utilize and maximize it.
Oo, kasi alam nyo, ito napakahalagang perspektibo sa buhay, no? It's very important perspective in life that I learned, no? From various mentors. different people who I look up to. Sinasabi nila na ano no, yung a lot of people try to find opportunities, di ba? Sabi, naghahanap ng oportunidad. But you know, the prerequisite to opportunity to even if you find the right opportunities, if you are not prepared, no walang mangyayari. So yung preparation is a prerequisite to capitalizing the opportunities, no. So bago ka maghanap ng oportunidad, and sometimes serendipitously, no, doon mo makikita sa sabi nga natin, no, pag-invest ng time talking to mentors, talking to business-minded people, businessmen, no, yung actual businessman, iba yung business-minded lang sa actual na nagninegosyo. So you know, that's the road to ano that's the road to optimizing yung mga opportunities in life, no. Hindi yan nangyayari coincidentally or incidentally, for that matter. Ang sinasabi natin is that all of these decisions to surround yourself with people who are entrepreneurs and we have the entrepreneurial mindset will lead you to opportunities eventually. But it is, ang maganda doon, walang talo because while doing so, you're preparing yourself for when the opportunity arrives, di ba? Sabi nga, di ba? Hindi ko lang matandaan kung sino nagsabi ng quote, but when preparation and opportunity meet, doon nangyayari yung success. Hindi pa pwedeng dumating yung oportunidad and hindi ka prepared. No? And ako naman, sinasabi ko, an additional thought to that, an additional perspective, which I believe I experienced in life also is, while preparing, minsan doon din nangyayari, no? A lot of times, not minsan, no? A lot of times, doon nakikita yung mga oportunidad. Doon nagkakaroon ng pagbubukas ng mga windows and doors, no? For business opportunities.
Yes. Yung second, the way I categorized it, Kosha, yung second category of the key takeaways will be more on kung ano na talaga yung hands-on and technicals na gagawin mo when you're ready to be an entrepreneur. So yung first doon is yung checking everything off your tick box, 'di ba? Yung alam natin yung sinasabi natin signature experience, signature dish, 'di ba? Yung business that's scalable, profitable, sustainable. So all of those things.
Wag mo na i-reinvent yung wheel, no? Yan na yung napatunayan ng particularly for restaurant businesses, no? That you know, meron talagang mga fundamentals, may mga pundasyon, no? And yung sabi natin dito, this is not gospel truth, but you know, this is what we believe in here in the Resto Coach, is yung signature dish or signature product, no? A product that is unique to your concept, that you'll be known for, you have recipes that you can protect, no? And then yung signature experience o yung how you want the customers and the employees to experience your brand in a unique way, no? That reflects, yung pinag-usapan natin ngayon, no? That reflects your personal values. And then number 3, yung how do you convert one into a tangible value, no? Into a business that can earn profit, be scalable, you can grow it, you can expand it, and eventually, no, yung question of sustainability, no, doon papasok yung pagiging, yung consistency, yung pagiging operator mo, no, yung disciplines mo na binabanggit nga natin kanina. Speaking of disciplines, natutuwa po akong syempre batiin yung mga naririto every Tuesday, no. No, ito, although hindi siya nagre-restaurant, naririto parati si Pastor Alain Nang, sumusuporta. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Pastor. At of course, si Coach Donald Tenorio ng Toraji Eatery sa Australia. At ang kanyang may bahay na talaga namang amazing, no? Kahit saan mo dalhin, dala-dala nila yung entrepreneurial spirit nila, no? Si Chef Genevieve Tenorio, si Angelus Aguas, nandito na, parang Angelus Aguas, double A. Magandang gabi sa iyo. Trainer team leader Marvin Siquito is here na nagiging Tuesday habit na niya. No? Alam niya, pag trainer ka sa restaurant, kailangan meron ka parating dinadagdag na value sa sarili mo para may maidadagdag kang value sa mga tinitrain mo. No? And I am happy for you because the journey will keep on getting more exciting as you learn more and as you share more. Kaya ang tawag sa atin sa show natin, coach and share, di ba? It's about coaching and sharing. Si Hil Ganata, si Red Kabasag, si Mami Sin Pineda, of course, no? Ang Empress ng Paranaque, narito na po. Si Davy, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, no? Davy Benter Barbado, si Marichel Tagupa, si Eden, of course, andrito yan, early bird din. Eden Papa de la Vega, good evening at mabuhay rin sa'yo. Si Avi Castillo, isa sa mga early birds natin yan parati. Crisanto Aguilar, Regina Manalo, at si Manel Andrea. Andirito na rin. No? Ang dami pong mga classmates. And even from abroad, no? From New Jersey, USA, malamig pa rin yan sa New Jersey hanggang ngayon. No? Malapit ng mag-spring. O spring na. No? Si paring Edwin Uy, ang aking BFF from New Jersey. Orderan, nandito na yung mga taga-orderan. No? Imelda Refil, naririto na rin. Ayan. Madam Chris, no? Sawag sa'yo ni Marvin, Madam. Si Chai JD, nandito na si Oscar. Oscar Manegelod. Ayan. Si Abdullah Chato David, nandito na rin. Si Jaime Pellegrino Yuso. Si Bong Villanueva. Rex Concepcion. Ayan. Ang mga taga-orderan, excited to learn tonight. Salamat po. Nabanggit nga natin, Chris, no, itong episode na to is actually a collaboration, no. It stemmed from a collaboration with Go Negosyo and DTI.
Yes.
So, magandang gabi sa mga mentees ng Go Negosyo at DTI. Marami pong natutulungan yan, no. Libo-libong micro and small and medium entrepreneurs pong natutulungan ng Go Negosyo at DTI. At ang essence yan is talagang yung continuous learning, no? Paghahanda bago magnegosyo kaysa yung nag-trial and error, di ba? Si Lalay Kamaongay, nandito na rin. Si Avelino Gonzaga, si Michael Angelo De Leon, si Eusebio Zoren, at syempre pa, si Ivy Par Alcantara. Sige, tuloy mo ang ating top takeaways from last episode, Miss Chris.
Yes, and lastly, yung emphasis natin talaga with quality, 'di ba? And quality will always come from a lot of steps yan 'di ba? Knowing your target market, knowing who you're talking to, and then doon lalabas din yung signature experience, signature dish, and yung how quality can build talaga yung brand trust, brand loyalty, brand consistency.
Yan, commitment to excellence starts with your own personal commitment to excellence. Kasi yung discipline ng quality is actually a discipline, no? Not just a decision. I always say that, no? It's a discipline because there are a lot of temptations to deviate from your commitment to excellence, your commitment to quality. Diba? Sabi nga natin dito sa coaching siya, binabanggit natin, as a leader, as a manager, or even as an entrepreneur, you have two standards to calibrate and to establish, no, yung moral standard and yung quality standards mo, no, yung commitment to excellence mo. And sinasabi natin parati, no, if you want to do business, you should be very disciplined, no, a non-compromise approach to quality. Because once you compromise quality, nako-kompromiso yung tatlong bagay, no, yung people, yung brand, at yung business. So, maaari kang magkamali, magkaroon ng lapses paminsan-minsan, pero alam ng tao, no? Kung talagang yung commitment mo, even yung mga situations where you would have customer complaints or, lapses sa leadership, alam ng tao, if you're personally committed to it because nakikita nila, nararamdaman nila yung sincerity and yung concern, no? Kung genuine o hindi. Authenticity, sabi nga, di ba? So, all of these things put together, ang message is that never go into business, no, if you're not committed to quality.
Agree, 'di ba? Agree. It's not talagang that's what will set you apart. I remember talaga, coach, yung meron tayo 'di ba one question doon sa one of the participants doon sa DTI, and they've been in the business for how many years, pero ang tanong pa rin nila is how do we set ourselves apart? And it's really about the quality, na yung experience that you give to the customers talaga is something that is remarkable and enjoyable.
Yes, kung titignan mo, no, not only in the restaurant industry, a lot of brands are, tumatagal ng decades, not even a century, no? And a lot of them has a common denominator, yung commitment to quality. If quality is the one that you'll be known for, mas maganda yung foundation ng business mo, no? And tatagal siya. So, alam mo, nakakatuwa, nanonood sa atin yung gabi ang aking kaibigan from college, no? Si Attorney Randy. Tony Randy, magandang gabi sa iyo. Natutuwa ako na naririto ka. No? At si Torres Elora, nandito rin. Si Hansel Reliama, si Pers Matt, si Mario Pernito Jr. Ready na ang kanilang mga notebooks, Chris. So siguro, simulan na natin ang tanungan. Ano? So, ako muna, magsisimula. Personally, ano yung na-pick up mo from listening to the episode, sariwang-sariwa, kanina mo pinakinggan ulit, no, habang nagda-drive ka? which is a reminder to all of us, hindi kailangan panoorin yung video, no? Pwede namang habang nasa traffic yun, pinakikinggan nyo lang, di ba? So a lot of ways to learn. Sige, go ahead, Chris.
Well, one of the things that's very apparent sa akin talaga is that actually, coach, hindi lang doon sa mismong episode kasi medyo traffic kanina. So, nagbabasa din ako nung mga comments natin.
Nakakatuwa no?
One of the things talaga na nakita ko doon is how yung Tuesday habit natin, the community, di ba? The community that we built, it's not really just about na pumunta ka dito or pinakinggan mo once, but it's really yung building a like-minded community wherein lahat tayo willing to learn from each other. And meron nga dun, I forgot lang yung name, coach, kung sino yung nagsabi, pero nakakatuwa kasi it transcends daw not just from your module sa DTI, but at the same time, 'di ba? Even after yung module mo, you're still coaching and sharing all this knowledge na na-gather mo over the years.
Si Sai Montes yan, malamang, no? Si Sai Montes. She came from another batch of, another region of DTI in Go Negosyo mentees, but she's doing very well in her own business and she's, kahit na nagsasucceed na siya sa negosyo niya, every Tuesday, nandito yan, nanonood, nag-aaral, minsan naghahingi pa ng pasensya pag nalilate, no? But I'd like to continue on to add something to what you said, no? Very important na to recognize that this is actually a community. That's why walang pressure sa akin every week na sumagot ng mga katanungan or mag-invite ng guest or because it's actually just a conversation. And kung ito makaka-relate yung mga naririto linggo-linggo, parang hinahanap-hanap mo siya because it's a conversation. It's an ongoing conversation. It's not your typical webinar na merong topic, may nagpa-facilitate, may nagle-lecture. It's not never naging lecture to. It's just a continuing conversation about how we can all do better as entrepreneurs, particularly as resto negosyante. So, enjoy lang, no? Ako, sabi ko nga, imbis na maging burden sa akin to, it's proven to become a blessing, no? Every Tuesday that I get to spend time with coaches like you, Chris, no? Minsan si Cher, minsan ikaw, minsan si Wina, no, minsan si Zark, minsan si Christina, maraming nagpa-participate sa community. And all of these people believe in the value of coaching and sharing, di ba? Yun naman yun Yun ang common denominator natin, that we know that if we coach, continue to coach and share, we participate in this conversation, na sa comment box, magbasa ka lang dahil matututunan, no, makinig ka, pwede mo ulit-ulitin ng episode, no? Dapat nga sa Divisoria namin gagawin itong episode tonight because it's episode 168, no? But we decided against it, no? So si paring, ito,
Gabi na daw, coach.
sa Middle East naman galing to, si paring Joseph Kihon. Matagal ko nang inaawitan to. Magparamdam ka bro kung ready ka na mag-guest kasi I'm sure maraming excited makinig about preventive maintenance, no? The importance of setting up the right layout and schematics for your restaurant. And sabihin mo lang sa akin, parang JQ, kung sino gusto mong kasama sa episode para i-request mo lang at pagbibigyan natin yan. Si Janet Inyon Madeha nandito na rin at si Elvis Solitario nanonood na rin kasama si Norbs Policarpio. Charles Mamawag, magandang gabi sa'yo. Sige Chris, go ahead.
Yes.
Tuloy
And
natin.
itutuhog ko siya, coach, dun sa talagang learning ko. And key learning sa akin for me is that we start first with ourselves, di ba? Yung entrepreneurial mindset na yan, kung ready, ang daming nagtatanong paano ko ba malalaman kung ready na ako mag-business? Paano ko malalaman kung meron na akong entrepreneurial mindset? But the thing is, you will know with yourself kung ready ka na You don't need naman a checklist na, oh, ready na ako pag lahat na tick box ko na. But it's really more on if you are self-aware. 'Di ba? Na aware ka na meron kang goals na siniset sa sarili mo, aware ka na may mga habits kang binibuild, aware ka na you deliberately spend time doon sa learning from other people, you deliberately seek learnings from podcasts, ganyan. So it starts from within.
Yeah, gaya na nabanggit natin sa past episode, and again, pag bibigyan din natin yung gabi pa rin, may framework naman siya, di ba, yung ginagamit natin. It's sinasabi nga natin yung resto quote natin last week, di ba? It's not just putting up a business, it's about leading people, no? Growing a brand, promoting a brand, and also growing and expanding and managing a business. So, yung recognition pa lang na yun, no, will help you prepare. Para sa akin, you will never be prepared or
Mm-mm.
perfectly prepared to become an entrepreneur. You have to start somewhere and then the preparation continues. Tuloy-tuloy yung training mo, tuloy-tuloy. You have to start even if you're not perfectly prepared, no? Walang ganun. Walang perfectly prepared na tao, no? Because a business doesn't operate in a vacuum. Maraming context yan. May external factors, meron. But the moment that you recognize, okay, itong framework, I have to prepare myself as a leader, lead people. Uh, I have to be a marketer because I have to create and promote a brand. And I need to be a good manager as well because I will manage a business. So yung tatlong recognition pa lang na yan. And then, samahan mo pa nung pinag-usapan natin, di ba? Previous episode, not just last episode, P2R, di ba? Yung purpose to results. So, yun yung mga bagay na will give you the confidence to start.
Yes. Medyo itutuhog ko to sa first question natin, Coach, kasi iibahin ko medyo yung format natin kasi connected siya. So, we've been talking about entrepreneurial mindset, kailangan ba malaman na ready ako, yung frameworks natin. Pero ano bang yung entrepreneurial mindset and how does it differ from the traditional na employee mindset? Ano ba yung difference talaga natin doon?
Well, mahirap siyang i-differentiate. No? But the real difference, the factual difference, I would say, is that when you become an entrepreneur, you will immediately recognize the reality that ikaw na yung magdadrive ng negosyo. No? Meaning, wala nang boss na nagsasabi sa'yo, walang schedule na kailangan mo sundin. You create your own discipline. So, it requires a lot of, tama yung sinabi mo kanina, self-awareness.
Mm-mm.
And then I think what will carry you in the first few days or even months of being an entrepreneur is yung ano mo, yung purpose to results mo, no? Yung purpose, yung vision, yung goals, no? It will be scary at first dahil araw-araw pag naglalabas ka the main difference is pagka empleyado ka, meron kang tinatanggap ng mga sweldo, number one, merong regularity yung payday mo, no? Number two is that lahat ng expenses mo, karamihan, reimbursable yan pag sa employment. Pag dito, ikaw na mismo, very, very conscious ka sa bawat nilalabas mong pera. So, it requires a lot of, grounding on plans, no? Hindi pa pwedeng yung bahala na, no? You will notice na pag entrepreneur ka, mapepersa ka, mailalagay ka sa sitwasyon na kailangan mo magplano.
Yes.
Otherwise, no, kakabahan ka talaga mga 2, 3 linggo pa lang yung negosyo mo because magugulat ka, no? And it requires a lot of systems, setting of standards, and establishment of disciplines. Otherwise, magugulat ka kasi nadideplete na yung resources mo. So, siguro the short answer to your question is that the difference between yung reality muna, no, will bring you to that consciousness, no? Will bring you to that immediate consciousness na, okay, the reality will make me realize, no, sorry for the redundancy, no, that I'm not, no, if I don't act on things, if I don't plan things well, walang mangyayari. So, yung pagkuha ng entrepreneurial mindset in terms of the reality of it, mabilis lang yun eh. But how
Mm.
you cope and how you make yourself better to develop, sabi nga kaya ang word na ginamit natin, developing the proper entrepreneurial mindset. No, kasi yung mga improper is that, yung mga purpose na pagpunta sa negosyo na medyo mababaw, yung shallow, no, ayoko na ng pagod sa trabaho, mapapagod ka rin, no, lalo sa pagnenegosyo at wala nang magdidikta sa iyo, no? Ikaw na, wala ka nang maituturo na boss o maituturo na may-ari o external factors, no? It will be mostly a conversation between you and yourself, no? Madalas mong kakausapin ng sarili mo because again, no, it requires a lot of planning and discipline. So whether you will acquire the entrepreneurial mindset or not, is not a question because the reality is you are now an entrepreneur. So whether you will have the right mindset or not is up to you. It's a
Yeah.
decision point.
Coach, I'd like to build up on that from a point of view naman of someone who is still an employee but getting ready for that, 'di ba? And developing their entrepreneurial mindset. Kasi sometimes this can be developed while you're still an employee, 'di ba? May mga leadership positions tayo that you are given that accountability or you're given that responsibility to have and nag-give yung opportunity, 'di ba, na ma-develop 'yon. Kasi most of the time, hindi siya mangyayari na magde-develop siya or biglang magsi-switch on na, uy, may business na ako, entrepreneurial mindset na ako bigla nung nag-resign ako sa trabaho. Hindi siya ganun kadali nagta-transition eh. So it started talaga, and ito yung lagi nating sinasabi is your employment, lalo na ngayon, if you're an employee, your employment, it's actually a paid tuition yan para for you to learn, di ba?
Yeah, somebody else pays your tuition, and if you're wise enough to recognize this reality, then you will optimize. Habang empleyado ka, develop the things, no? Sinagot ni OG Liwag, no? Sabi niya rito ni Marjorie, having an entrepreneurial mindset, although naka-question form siya, and I appreciate that, no? That's what I like about this, you know? One of the aspects of being a great entrepreneur is to, you have that ability to ask the right questions. And this is actually a perfect question. Is having an entrepreneurial mindset equivalent to having ownership mindset? Or is there really key values to determine that you have an entrepreneurial mindset? Ang galing, perfect yung tanong. Kasama nung tanong mo, i-combine natin. Well, tama yung sinabi mo, Chris, no? I can only speak from my own experience in this case, no, na a lot of the values that I develop during my employment, eh. No? Like, kasi may mga like ngayon, no, in a situation or generation that merong conversation about how do you call that, Chris? Silent quitting, or
Yes, silent
ano ba yan?
quitting.
Silent quitting, no? Yung a lot of questions about work-life harmony. Ako, it's very hard to answer, to take a position on that matter, because number one, alam mo naman yung stand ko about work-life balance. It's not work-life balance, it's work-life harmony, no? And yung harmony emanates from understanding your own purpose. Why are you there in the first place, no? Merong mga nag-i-employ na gusto habang buhay maging empleyado. Walang masama ron. No, especially if you're if you eventually become an executive, have a great retirement, you're in a company with a great retirement plan. There's nothing wrong with that. No, we're not saying that being an entrepreneur is better than being an employee. Walang aspeto ng conversation na umaanggulo doon. Ang sinasabi lang natin dito, gaya ng binanggit ni OJ Liwag, sense of ownership, no, is one of the values na nakikita mo, ito pwede itong maging negosyante. Sense of ownership, attention to detail, no? Commitment to excellence, pinag-usapan natin kanina yan. Yung discipline, particularly yung mga little things about punctuality, definition ng punctuality of being early, not on time. Iba yun. Yung early is on time is late is unacceptable. When you talk about yung yung fiscal responsibility, yung kahit hindi siya may-ari, no, tinitingnan niya talaga yung bawat ginagastos. Iba pa sa sense of ownership yun eh. Yung malasakit na tinatawag, no?
Yes.
Doing the right things kahit walang nakatingin, character, no? Kahit hindi binabantayan, requiring minimal supervision. These are traits that will do you well, no? That will serve you well when you become an entrepreneur. And when you talk about mindset, it emanates from values. Yun yung point nitong episodes, last 2 episodes natin kasama ngayon, is it is emphasizing na saan nanggagaling yung mindset. Nanggagaling yung mindset doon sa values mo, no?
Yes.
Yung dalawa yun, no? Yung setting mo ng standards mo about moral standard, no, which is yung personal values mo, and then yung quality standard mo, which also reflects your personal values. So kahit saan mo angguluhan, yung dalawang yon, yung pagsiset mo ng standard, nagmumula yan sa personal values mo. Paano ka ba, like, maganda yung example mo, nung empleyado ka, paano ka ba nag-behave? Kasi parati kong kinikwento yung rito yun, while some people would see it as in jest or not, it's actually a serious comment, no? Na bilang empleyado, paano ka ba nag-behave, di ba? Hindi pa pwede ito parati kong kinikwento na akala ng iba, no, it's a joke. It's not a joke, it's actually serious na nung empleyado ka, iniisip mo ba na hindi, gagalingan ko na lang pag ako na yung may-ari ng negosyo, no? That's the number one red flag. Because I'm telling you, no, yung pressure ng pagnenegosyo is double or triple that of being an employee. Because yung pressure is real, no? Talaga pag hindi ka kumilos, walang kikitain yung negosyo mo. So again, no, ang isang paborito ko ron is wala ka nang ituturong iba.
Mm.
Kaya lalo yung mga solong nagninegosyo, walang partner. Ang worst case scenario naman, yung nagnegosyo ka, may partner ka, ang ginawa mo namang excuse mo, yung mga kapartner mo, na, ay, yung mga kasosyo ko eh. No? So, walang kapupuntahan. Eh, no? It's about taking, number one is taking full accountability. No? For whatever decision you make in life, it's taking full accountability. Because you realize, no, if you don't take accountability, then walang improvement na mangyayari. No? Kasi walang recognition, acceptance, no, and admission on your part to embrace what happened, no? Ano yung reality ng negosyo. So, mahaba yung sagot, pero I think it was aided by the questions, your question and the question of Marjorie, no, that it's a set of personal values that will really determine, no, kung ano yung magiging mindset.
Yes. Speaking of personal values, Coach, yun yung isa-segue ko na sa next question ko yan. So how do personal values influence decision-making and prioritization within an entrepreneurial journey? And how can entrepreneurs ensure yung alignment ng values nila, personal values, with their tangible value that they're bringing in through their business?
Pang Miss Universe yan, yung mga katanungan ganyan. Speaking of Miss Universe, magandang gabi po. Miss Universe 19, hindi ko na babanggitin kung kailan. No? Miss Cynthia Bernardo of University Hotel, magandang gabi sa Miss Cynthia. No? At si Carmela Domingo, narito rin. Si Audrey Ann Lee, si Marisa Sadernas, magandang gabi po. Si Joselito Cristorum, magandang gabi. Ayan. Si Fermano Painohon, magandang gabi. Si CJ, of course, nandito na. Si Aida Rivera, narito na rin. Si Lorna Sakamay, at si Reggie Castro. Good evening. At si Boris Pido. Magandang gabi sa iyo.
Yun.
Oh, ang lalim ng tanong mo, Chris. Eh, no? Kailangan kong humugot ng energy mula sa ating mga audience. No? Eh, sabi ko nga, mahilig ako sa frameworks. No? Mahilig ako sa thought process. And if you think about it, no? If you look at the patterns of people na nagsasucceed sa negosyo, hanapin mo yung common personal values na ano ba yung mga commonalities, ano ba yung pattern ng mga nagdinegosyo na nagtatagumpay, no? And aside from yung pinanggit natin kanina, signature dish, signature experience, profitable, scalable and sustainable business model, you ask yourself, no, okay, pag inaral ko tong mga nagdinegosyo, ano ba yung mga commonalities nila, di ba? Shortcutting ko na, punta ka sa Good to Great, no? Yung
Mm-mm.
libro ni Jim Collins, no? Andun na yun, pinag-aralan na, no? Hindi mo kailangan i-reinvent, no? Na parang natakot yung iba na kailangan ko palang pag-aralan pa. Hindi, may mga aklat na tungkol dyan, no? Basahin nyo na lang, pakinggan nyo kung mahilig kayo sa podcast. No? It requires greatness, no? Yung, standard na naiset, especially in a hyper-competitive situation, lalo sa resto negosyo, no? Wala ka nang maisip na original halos dahil lahat naisip na ang dami ng competition, libu-libong restaurants, daang libong restaurants. Actually, I think the statistics point to that number, no? Hundreds of thousands of restaurants or food-related business. And what will make you stand out, no? Kaya nga sinasabi natin, itong episode title is, you have to, for you to be able to gather the confidence and the necessary foundation for your business, you have to look within. No? Ano ba
Mm-mm.
yung personal values ko na pwedeng mag-translate into tangible value, no? That people are willing to pay for. Kasi yun naman ang reality ng negosyo. It needs to be something that people are willing to, they see value in it, they see tangible value in it, they're willing to spend their money, a certain amount of money for the value that you create.
Yes.
B is equal to Q over P. Sabi nga natin, di ba? Value is equal to quality
Quality
over
over
price. No? The
price.
quality of the experience. So, what will drive the quality of the experience, no? Even balik natin sa fundamental, i-rewind natin, your decision making, your behavior, no? What you will establish as your habits that will eventually become your disciplines. Ang magdadrive niyan, yung commitment mo sa personal values mo. Kapag
Mm-mm.
nagkahirapan, hindi mo i-compromise yung mga personal values mo.
Yes.
Ulitin natin yung mga example kanina, no? Yung commitment to excellence, di ba? Kumuha ka ng recipe, no? Nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa merkado, nagkaroon ng inflation, no? Ano gagawin mo, di ba? Babawasin mo yung portion, tataasan mo yung price, or will you innovate and re-engineer the product, no? to make sure na hindi ma-compromise yung commitment mo dun sa quality na that your brand stands for. Binanggit natin, no? Ulitin natin, hindi lang business yung tinayo mo. You're actually committing to leading people, no? Developing, creating, promoting a brand, and managing a business. So,
Mm-mm.
tatlong aspeto yun. So, kung titingnan mo, ano ba yung impact ng decision mo doon sa tatlong bagay na yun? Sa people, sa brand, at saka sa business. So, kailangan babalansihin mo. Hindi pa pwedeng maganda para sa business in the short term, no? Mag-shortcut ka, no? Magka-cut ka ng corners, mag-knee-jerk reaction ka, magtataas ka bigla ng selling price without considering ano ba impact nun sa people. And yung people mo, yun yung mga stakeholders mo, hindi lang literally empleyado mo yun. Employees, shareholders, community, business partners, yung mga suppliers mo, yung mga lessors mo, diba? And customers, no? Yung paying customers. So, and then the brand, no? Ano yung long-term impact ng decision na gagawin mo dun sa kini-create mong brand o hindi ni-develop mong brand, yung pinopromote mong brand. Ano ba yung personalidad ng brand, no? Maraming episodes tayong ano dyan, no? I-devote. Balikan nyo lang po yung about creating brands, developing a brand, no? Brand personality, brand identity, no? Marami tayong pinag-usapang sa, ano, nakaka-categorize naman po yan sa YouTube at saka sa Facebook natin. Ang sinasabi dito is that when you make decisions, no, ako nga, siguro, isa sa mape-prescribe ko, isulat mo lahat ng values ng brand. No? And you
Mm-mm.
are part of the brand. No? You reflect the brand. You and the brand intertwined yan. No? Kung ikaw may-ari. Ilagay mo yung mga, no, isulat mo yung mga values na hindi pwedeng i-compromise. At yung mga values na gusto mong i-promote. Kasi once na nagkaroon ka ng initial na employee, isang employee, or kahit ka mag-anak mo, asawa mo, kailangan ma-establish nyo pa rin, ano ba yung personalidad ng brand? So, ba, nililipat mo na yung personalidad mo dun sa brand na ano ba yung commitments natin to our
Mm-mm.
customers? Ano ba
Yeah.
yung commitments natin to our employees? Ano ba yung commitments natin to the community? Ano ba yung commitments natin to the shareholders? No, diyan lalabas ngayon yung commitment mo. So sige, ako, ang commitment ko sa customers, sige, parating masarap yung pagkain natin. Kailangan bold flavors, delicious, no? Sulat mo lahat yun. And yun
Mm-mm.
yung commitments mo. No? Itong brand na to will never be about mediocre, bland tasting food. O, lagay mo yun. Ang exercise na ginagawa ng iba para mas madali, what I will do and what I will never do. Di ba? To reflect your personal values. So tama ka, Chris, no? Ang ganda ng framing ng question mo. It's how you translate your personal values and how it will drive your behavior, not just as a person anymore because nagtayo ka na ng brand eh.
Yes.
Yung iba, no, pinaalalahanan ko yung paglalagay ng pangalan. Very important yun, no? Very important part ng journey mo, no? Ang entrepreneurial mindset is to think of a name that will actually represent, no, your brand, no, in a lot of ways, no, towards all of these people. Think long term pag nagpapangalan kayo ng negosyo. No? Hindi pwedeng, misa iba, witty, cute, okay yun. Pero kung ano yung pangarap mo, dapat nag-a-align ba? Gusto mong maging 20 to 25 branches siya, pag-iisipan mo yun. Diba? Pag-iisipan mo kasama rin sa equation.
Yes. And I'd like to add on that na lang din, coach, na yung personal values talaga natin, dito mo makikita kasi, and this will reflect doon sa lahat ng ginagawa natin. Yung day to day, 'di ba? We always say na mini-breakdown natin siya ng per shift, per table, 'di ba? And it trickles down kung ano yung values nung owner, 'di ba? Ano yung values ng kumpanya? It trickles down to the partners na nasa store, kung ano din yung values na nare-receive nila, yun din yung values na pinapakita nila sa customer. And that's why I think yung personal values natin, yun din yung value that we're adding to the business or kung ano yung business natin to the brand.
Tama ka ako, I'll be very, ano sa inyo, no? Very intimate in terms of what I will share now. Imagine myself, no? I started my career as an employee and then eventually I was blessed to be an owner of a brand, no? And we have 30 plus branches. And ang everyday na iniisip mo dyan is my personal value. Kung ako ba'y nasa tindahan, no, okay sana no? Pero yung mga tao kaya sa tindahan, nare-reflect pa ba nila, na ma-manifest pa ba nila, na nagbe-behave ba sila according to my own personal values as one of the brand owners? Napakalalim nun. Kasi yun yung reality, no? It speaks of how disciplined you are in terms of establishing the standards, the systems, and how you will actually consistently ensure that these systems and standards and values are being promoted and executed in each of the stores at every moment, whether bukas o sarado yung negosyo. Kasi things still happen even if sarado na for business yung closing time, may nangyayari pa rin dyan eh.
Mhm.
I'll give you a perfect example. Kung wala kayong personal value about safety, maaaring masunog ang tindahan. Alam mo bang reality ng isang negosyante na maraming tindahan is that you always think of pinatay kaya yung gas, no?
Mm.
Although swerte ka pag nasa mall ka kasi maraming safeguards no? Maraming mga
Mm.
filters or yung mga backup plan, no? Maraming mga ano. But, iniisip mo parati yan eh. Di ba? Safety ng empleyado, bahala ba mapasok ng kriminal, no? Lahat yan, no? And, for you to stay sane and, not go crazy about all of
Yeah.
these worries, yun yung kahalagahan nung gate one, ano, yung recruiting the right people. Recruiting the right people and even to the point where you establish your brand so it will attract the right customers, no? Yung tamang customer para sa brand mo. So, ganun siya kahalaga, Chris, ano, na the alignment is very important na parating siyang guidance mo eh. Parang release siya ng trend, hindi pwedeng lumihis. Pag lumihis, madidiskaril talaga yung negosyo. And through the 15 years, happy anniversary po sa lahat ng taga Buffalo Swings and Things. This is actually the anniversary month. 15 years na po, simula nung 2009, ngayon po 2024 na, no? Uh, ang bilis ng panahon, no? 15 years ago, nagsimula tayo ng negosyo and now, I mean, yun yung ano, yung tama yung tanong mo, no? uh, establish systems, establish standards, no? You lead by example. If you want consistency from your people, you have to be consistent. If you want your people to be genuine, you have to be genuine, no? And hindi alam ng tao mo na hindi ka naman dapat perfecto, pero do your best to lead by example. I think yun yung short answer to your question.
Yes. Ang ganda nung ano natin, nung flow natin, coach. Ngayon, ita-translate ko naman siya dun sa business goals natin, yung personal values to our business goals. So in a crowded marketplace, how can entrepreneurs communicate their personal values to effectively build yung brand trust and loyalty ng customers?
Well, I guess unang-una sa lahat matutulungan mo akong dagdagan yan mamaya, no? Because you're from the marketing discipline, but for me, as an entrepreneur, no, I think partially nasagot natin doon sa binanggit ko kanina na yung personality kasi ng brand will not manifest kung hindi mo na communicate ng tama.
Mhm.
So you have to have, kung hindi ka magaling sa marketing, you need to outsource, you need to get help, no? You need to employ somebody who can actually help you translate what's on your mind, your heart, head, and hands, no? Sorry, your heart set, your soul set, and your mindset into something tangible that people can understand. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng ikaw lang nagkikwento sa inner circle mo, no? It needs to be out there. It needs to be promoted, communicated. So get a marketing expert who can help you, no? Communicate, ano ba yung personalidad ng brand na gusto mong ma-establish, no? So, sino ba yung gusto mong kausapin? 'Di ba?
Mhm.
Sino ba yung tribo na gusto mong, ano ba yung tribo na gusto mong, or komunidad na gusto mong i-build, no? And these are very important uh, questions na dapat mong tanungin early on in the business. Otherwise, malilito yung tao about kung anong negosyo ka, kung anong klaseng brand ka, no? And I think the emphasis on brand building is
Mhm.
comes in na the recognition na, okay, I'm opening a business, but I also have to take care of the brand. So, hindi sinasabing kailangan eksperto ka rin sa brand building. Again, as I mentioned, you can outsource, you can seek help, you can employ people, recognizing your limitations, because this is a very important part of yung tatlong bagay na people, brand, business, yung brand building, no? Pag hindi mo nagawa ng tama yan, no? Mahirapan ka mag-communicate. But ultimately, Gaya na banggit natin kanina, kung ano man yung kinommunicate mo, it is to translate to an actual experience in the store, no? Sa
Mm.
experience ng customer. No,
Yeah.
kailangan mag-translate siya sa experience ng empleyado. No, hindi ba pwedeng puro nakasulat lang, Facebook mo lang, pinopromote mo lang sa TikTok or sa Reels, but it needs to translate into an actual experience because that's the moment of truth, no? Kahit ano pang paikot-ikot o kahit ano pang pasakali at palabok, eventually, it will be the customers who will be the judge kung ano ka at sino ka bilang brand, bilang negosyo, and how will they will place an not really an exact but a certain range of value na
Mm.
parang ano parang ganito siya. How much are they willing or are they going to be willing to spend, no, in your restaurant or in your food business? And that's actually the value that they equate to whatever it is that you're putting out, as the product of your business.
Yes. I'll backtrack to that, coach, ha. Kasi most of the entrepreneurs kasi, when they start a business, it's something that it's very close to them, di ba? Lalo na pag first time business mo yan and talagang homegrown mo. It's something that's really close to their heart. So, minsan parang baby nga nila yan, yun yung common temptation, di ba? That the brand becomes you. But madalas, because kung ano yung personal values mo, nadadala mo talaga doon sa brand values. And yun yung I think how you voice it. Kunwari, for example, you will never create a business na kunwari ito yung gusto mong products. Pag tinanong ka, bakit yan? 'Di ba? Laging may whys. Hindi naman manipis pag sinabi mo, kasi yan yung trendy. Kasi yan yung
Oo.
kaya kong gawin, 'di ba? Yung mga
Dangerous yun, no? Dangerous yun.
So it has to be something that's very close to their hearts, 'di ba? Madalas yun naman yung nangyayari. Like the example niyo po last time sila Coach Donald, 'di ba? Yung business nila sa Australia, sila mag-asawa, 'di ba? Something close to their heart, they wanted to bring a piece of home closer to the OFWs. So yung personal values na yun, and I think doon papasok kasi yung sincerity. 'Di ba? Doon papasok yung genuine concern natin, yung pagiging genuine natin, yung authenticity, yung mga values na yun. Pag nako-communicate mo siya sincerely sa customers, you will attract yung like-minded people who has the same values.
Well, in a world of this, social media is very prevalent and influential. I'll give you an example. Siguro a lot of people can relate to, no? Yung reaction mo lang sa comment section, yung
Mm,
reaction mo sa feedback about your brand, no? Hindi pwedeng pikon, no? Hindi pwede rin namang masyadong defensive, no? These are things that are realities right now, no? How you receive feedback, how you actually, you know, sabihin na nating extreme example, rise from being bashed.
mm,
Diba? Iba yun eh. Yun yung nagre-reflect nung ano eh, no? Nung personalidad, nung totoong personalidad ng brand, no? And lahat yan part ng reality ng business ngayon. Handa ka ba? No?
mm,
And again, hindi pwedeng pikon, no? Kailangan pag may feedback, you put value in it. Okay, how can we improve, 'di ba? And you actually live that through your own example para yung tao mo, yung mga empleyado mo, yung mga kasama mo sa negosyo, they will follow your lead. That's the best way to ano no? That's the best way to communicate yung values ng brand is to lead by example. Isa buhay sa Tagalog, live and breathe, no? Sabi nga sa English, no, live and breathe the values of your
yes.
brand so that it will actually manifest, no, sa mga tao sa tindahan. Hindi siya genuine siya, authentic siya because yun yung karanasan ng ano eh. Yun yung, and a lot of brands have successfully done that over the years, no, na nagtatranslate talaga yung personal values ng mga founders into the behavior of the people in the store. Yun yung
Yes.
parating aspiration ko every day. Sabi mo, every shift, every table. Kasi ano yun eh. Di ba sa atin nga, ang goal natin sa Buffalo's, no? 15 years na nating goal to eh. One goal lang tayo from the day one. No? To make each customer eager to come back and excited to share their experience with others. Alam mo, napakalalim na guidance no, no? Ngingitian ko ba yung dumarating na customer? Well, ano ba sinasabi ng one goal?
Mhm.
'Di ba? Alam mo na gagawin mo, ngingitian mo, 'di ba? Ililid ko ba sila sa table or hayaan ko lang sila maghanap ng sarili nilang upuan? Ang sagot, one goal, 'di ba?
Mm,
Paalis na, pagod na pig, ang daming tao, last customer na 'to eh. Hindi ko na ipi-pre-bus. Siguro naman naintindihan nila alas 10 na ng gabi. Anong sagot? 'Di ba? Nandun na sa one goal eh. 'Di ba?
mm,
So, Now, if you find, if you're disciplined enough to ensure that all the employees are aligned with this type of value that you're promoting, then mas madali, no? Mas hindi ka mahirapan doon sa second rectangle, no? From recruitment, ano yung second rectangle? Yung people development / training. Di ba? Because in the first place, yung mga character ng tao, similar eh. Hindi ka mahihirapang magturo kasi yung values na yun, meron din sila eh. Di ba?
Yes. And
Katribo mo rin sila, oh. Katribo mo rin sila.
yes. And dadalhin ko yun, coach, kasi when you consistently deliver yung values na yun, that's how you build the brand trust and brand loyalty. And doon papasok yung tangible value because people will find or your customers will find value in that, 'di ba? Yung example mo nga lang na pag nag-pre-bus ako kahit pa-closing na, 'di ba? People will find value, di ba? They will find yung tangible value nung experience nila doon sa store mo, doon sa restaurant mo. So that's how yung consistency talaga ng values natin will translate doon sa everyday na kahit feeling natin maliliit na details lang na akala natin hindi na mapapansin ng customers or hindi, okay lang yan. Hindi siya ganun eh. Yung consistency sa lahat ng ginagawa natin, every touch point, whether it's online, real time, or in-store, dapat consistent siya doon sa brand values natin.
At kahit sino ang makadaupang palad nila, whoever it is that they get in touch with or they encounter within the brand, no, consistent. No? Hindi pa pwedeng yung taga-home office, iba yung ugali. Sa taga support office, ibang ugali dun sa taga-tindahan. No? Ang touch points nangyayari kahit saan. Hindi pa pwedeng yung billboard mo madumi. No? Kasi kahit inanimate yun, it's a reflection of your brand. And that recognition, no? And maraming salamat paring Harold Mauricio Diang sa pagbati mo ng happy anniversary sa amin. No? Maraming salamat. Kaibigan ng brand ng Buffalo yan. Eh. Along with Coach Melody, of course, of Tapaking. No, si Renan Saliba, kaklasiko naman to at ka-basketball nung college. No? Magandang gabi sa iyo, Professor Renan Saliba from the University of the Philippines College of Mass Communication. Ang aking inaanak, si Charis Wenco, San Jose, nandarito eh.
Ay.
Siningit natin yung mga pagbati. No? Babatiin pa natin yung iba. No? At nakakatuwa lang dahil parang reunion to talaga linggo-linggo. Eh, oh. Yung mga pangalan talagang, ito si ano to, nandun sa, si BJ Sergiaco, kilala mo yan, Chris, no? Mula sa Shakey's din yan. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat at maraming salamat narito kayo every Tuesday. So, to continue with that point, ang sinasabi nga natin is that if you're not genuinely taking care of your employee, they will not take care of the brand, the business, and its people. Ganun kasimple yan eh. No? It needs to start from within. Yung personal values mo, you cannot promote it on social media and then iba yung behavior mo pagkausap mo yung empleyado mo. So, it's actually a deep commitment to be consistent, no? To consistently reflect. And even during challenging times, di ba? Nung pandemic, nakita natin yan. Ano ang stand mo sa mga difficult decisions, challenging situations? Doon ka masusukat eh. Di ba? Kung anong mahalaga, no? Inuna mo ba yung empleyado? Di ba? Nagpanic ka ba? Nag-knee-jerk reaction ka ba? At nagkompromiso ka, no? And if the brand, no, ang holy grail, sabi nga natin, is the brand is emotionally connected to its people. Pag na-achieve mo yon, kahit nagkamali ka paminsan-minsan, mapapatawad ka nila. I-defend ka pa nila sa social media because they can relate to you eh. Hindi, kaibigan ko yan si Buffaloes, no? Kaibigan ko yan. No, parang ganoon na yung dating, no? It's humanized. The brand is humanized. And the business can function smoothly because merong emotional connection yung empleyado, yung customer, yung brand, no? Merong emotional connection. Meron siyang symbiotic, no, na ecosystem na hindi na lang siya negosyo, hindi na lang produkto, hindi na lang karanasan or experience. It's not just products, not just a business, it's not just a brand, but it's a community of people who actually believe in the same things, no? Quality, no? Great food, in our specific case, great food, ice cold beverages, fast serving time, service that connects, tangible value of experience, no? And for employees, growth and development, involvement, teamwork. So it's finding people who believe in these things and, building a community around your business.
Coach, actually, bibigyan ko din ng wider example. Like for a brand that really communicates well their values. I think this is not a restaurant, but Nike, 'di ba? Alam mo
Mm.
talaga yung brand values ng Nike eh. There's brand consistency in terms of what yung online nila, yung store look nila, their slogan, yung products nila, even dun sa people at their stores, 'di ba? And then yung parang medyo may stark difference with it will be may brand disconnect will be Amazon, 'di ba? Alam natin, 'di ba, kahit sasabihin ng Amazon na yung ano nila is making life easy, ganyan, and it's about convenience. But at the same time, maraming internally na lumalabas na underpaid daw yung mga employees ng Amazon, 'di ba? Meron silang mga may mga issues internally. So parang makikita natin talaga how yung brand values will communicate and build a community, 'di ba? And loyalty. May mga Nike loyalists talaga, 'di ba, na talagang yun lang yung shoes ko. Ito lang yung bibilhin kong brand for me or pag athlete ako, ito talaga. And it translates kasi yung grit and resilience whereas pag malabnaw yung values natin and walang consistency doon sa communication and how it's being implemented, 'di ba? Nawawala din yung loyalty and trust.
Well, ang ganda ng binanggit mo example, no? Ako, I'll take it notch further and talk about something that's relatable for everyone, no? When you talk about yung mga community sa Facebook ngayon, di ba? Meron masarap ba? Di ba?
Mm.
Masarap ba? Di ba? Ang ganda ng tanong masarap ba? Ako, dadagdagan ko yung tanong, bakit masarap?
Mm.
And behind that sarap is a commitment, no? Merong may-ari ng negosyo na yon na ang commitment niya is maggumawa ng produktong masarap. To create a product that is delicious is actually a reflection of personal values. Na hindi ko isasama yung pangalan ko sa isang bagay na hindi maganda ang quality, hindi
Yeah.
masarap, no? Hindi mainit, hindi tama ang portion size, no? And all of these things, even the translation of a recipe into an actual menu dish, these are decisions that reflect your personal values. Diba? Kasi it's very easy, very tempting to be generic. Tama?
Mm-mm.
To
Yes.
mass manufacture, to promote, to prioritize efficiency over quality. Maraming temptations na ganun eh. So kung ano yung dinaratan yung nararanasan natin sa plato, kung ano yung nakikita nating behavior ng empleyado is actually a reflection of all decisions and behaviors by the owners of the business. No, ay
Yes.
ganun ka ano yun, ganun ka direct yung link, no, although maraming saling pinagdaan ng middle management kung malaki na yung kumpanya, no, sa store managers, etc. But ultimately, it all goes back to ano, no, to a commitment by the owner kung paano dapat i-translate yung brand into something tangible, of tangible value to the customers.
Coach, nagulat ako nung nag-time check ako. Ang bilis ng oras.
Para lang tayo nagkikwentuhang dalawa no, nasa opisina no? O
Parang
sa
nakulangan.
tindahan, di ba? Parang kanina lang magkasama rin tayo.
Yes. Parang nakulangan ako dun sa two-part episode natin. Parang kaya natin tong gawin talagang series. Kasi pagtingin ko, we have only 8 minutes left.
Ang ganda nga ng viewership natin at ang dami nating classmates. Imagine ko parang punong-puno yung classroom, no? And ang pangarap ko, one day talaga magkaroon tayo ng live, no?
Mm-mm.
Live na ano, gagawin natin yan, huwag kayong mag-alala. Hindi lang man natin
200
pangarap yan.
episode.
200 episode, targetin natin, no? That we will be together in one venue. Siyempre si Cher nando doon, no? Si Wina, si Chris, si Bianca, si Sark, yung mga nasa behind the scenes. Si Gerald Flores nandito. Magandang gabi sa'yo, brother. At ang daming niyaya nito sa Coach and Share. Ang daming, kumbaga, kung susuriin mo kung saan sila nag-ugat, maraming nag-ugat mula kay Gerald Flores. Maraming salamat, bro. Si Mark Flores, tang Team BWNT Santa Rosa, magandang gabi sa
Yun.
inyo. Si Mary Ann Nang, ang aking pinsan na nasa industriya naman ng beer, wine, and liquor. Liquor and wine, sorry. No? Magandang gabi sa inyo na sumusuporta sa restaurant industry. Virgilio Dosejo, magandang gabi sa inyo. Herbert Amamio. Si Julie Santos Celebrados, magandang gabi. Si Boycie Sabino, magandang gabi po. Centro Nefalar, Celestino de los Reyes, si Angelo, si Oliver Donna, no, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Si Nico Obregon, daming si Ben Navarro, kilala mo yan, Chris, no? Si Ben Navarro.
Yes.
Si Drew Bonifacio at ang mga taga Zarks Burgers, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Francis Abay, magandang gabi. No? At anong pag binabasa mo yung mga pangalang linggo-linggo narito, nakakataba po ng puso. So, sorry, hindi ko po nababati ang lahat. Ang dami pong nanonood ngayong gabi. Maraming maraming salamat. No, after Holy Week, talagang yung commitment nyo to learn is amazing. No? Amazing. Sige.
Tsaka
Meron pa ba tayong katanungan, Chris? Or
nakakatuwa lang, coach, may mga bago din eh, 'di ba? Na parang may
yes,
mga
ang daming bago.
classmates tayong consistent. Tapos may mga bago ding dumadagdag pa. So nakakatuwa talaga na nakikita natin yung community na nag-grow.
Yan. Ito si June Tolentino, si Smiley. Magandang gabi sa iyo, brother. Sige. May katanungan ka ba, Chris? Or
May last na ako, coach. Pero ito
sige, go
really
ahead.
more on ano yung tips or advice na mabibigay mo na lang, coach, doon sa mga individuals who are going through the journey of developing their entrepreneurial mindset.
Siguro to encapsulate everything, no? From yung binabanggit na dapat nag-invest ka sa pakikipag-usap sa mga entrepreneurs, no? Nakikinig ka sa podcast, natututo ka, to yung pag-translate ng mga natutunan mo ito, executing it in with the consistency, no? Sa akin, ano lang, siguro yun yung essence kung bakit nagkaroon ng The Resto Coach in the first place, no? It's having that commitment to be prepared.
Mm-mm.
Kasi we never practice on customers. We never practice on employees. Hindi
Mm-mm.
pwedeng ang paliwanag natin sa mga empleyado. Pasensya na kayo, bago lang akong negosyante eh. Hindi ko pa alam yung mga bagay-bagay na tungkol sa karapatan nyo. Hindi pwede yun. No? Hindi pwede yung customer. Pasensya na po kayo kasi bago lang po yung negosyo namin. No? So, I think it boils down to taking full accountability, of becoming an entrepreneur. We don't do trial and error. No? Hindi pa pwede. Maghanda tayo. It's for our own sake, no? Maghanda tayo, maraming resources na available, tayo lang 168 episodes na tayo, no? Hindi ko sinasabing bago ka magsimula panoorin mo lahat or as an analogy of preparation, but it's making sure that you're actually ready to take on the responsibility responsibly, no?
Mm.
Yung leading people, no? Promoting a brand, developing and promoting a brand and managing a business. Hindi pwede rin yung try ko, tapos ay mahirap pala, aayaw ako. Maraming tatamaan, no? Madidisrupt mo yung buhay ng mga tao, no? Ako, hanggang ngayon, parati kong nire-remind sarili ko, every employee that I invite to my team is my responsibility and accountability. Hindi pa pwedeng yung in-invite kita, tapos biglang iiwan ko kayo rito, di ba? Hindi pa pwede yun. I think that encapsulates everything, no? And little things that you do, it all adds up, no? Huwag ka mawawalan ng loob, yung maliliit na bagay na pinakikinggan mo, pinag-aaralan mo, ginagawa mo, no? Yung mga kahit walang nakatingin, disiplinado ka sa commitment mo to quality, no? I mean, may ano yan, may bunga yan. Aanihin mong lahat yan. Ang importante, huwag kang lilihis. No? Yun yung ano eh, I cannot define ko ano yung entrepreneurial mindset eh. Kaya nga ang model na ginamit natin is how do you translate your personal values into something that is of value. 'Di ba
Mm-mm.
yung Ikigai model, 'di ba? What are you passionate about? What is your vocation? What is something that ang business aspect of it, what is something that people are willing to pay you for? Yung gusto nilang bayaran ka, no? And to develop that, you have to look from within, no? Kaya mo ba talaga? And, huwag kang matatakot kasi it's not ano no, it's not something that will, it's not supposed to be something na maging burden sa iyo. Having a business is a blessing actually, no? If it becomes a burden, examine everything, baka you're doing it the wrong way, no? And there's always a better way of doing things. And lastly, enjoy, no? Part of the entrepreneurial mindset is recognizing that it is not a destination. It is a continuing journey, no? And enjoy the journey. Hindi siya yung tipo, pag na-hit ko na yung gantong number store, exit strategy. Believe me, no? Believe me, it's a continuing commitment and you will find fulfillment from it. Yan. Parang
Ganda.
segue na rin yan sa ano, Chris, eh. Parang segue na rin yan sa ating resto quote for the week, no? If I
Yes.
may. Ayan. Ang sinegue ko na siya. Sabi natin dito, pursue significance and success will naturally follow. Don't think too much of yung success. Mahirap habulin ng success eh. Kasi nagbabago definition niyan. Pursue significance. Be of value to others, no? Not just yourself, no? To your family, no? Ano ba yung purpose mo? Ba't ka magninegosyo, 'di ba? Be of value to the world, 'di ba? Magdagdag ka, no? Mag-contribute ka and magugulat ka, no? By thinking that way, no? Having that kind of a mindset and heart set and soul set, ulitin
Mm-mm.
ko, mindset, heart set and soul set, magugulat ka, successful ka na. no? And even ikaw, hindi mo mare-recognize, no? Because some people will point out to you, successful ka. And ikaw parang you're still continuing to pursue significance. No? Significance is the easier target, no? Na magdagdag ka lang ng value every day. Mapasaya mo yung customer, one table at a time, one dish at a time. Makapag-employ ka ng isa, dalawang empleyado, naging tatlo, naging apat, di ba? Nakapag-develop ka ng leader, no?
Mm.
Eventually, nakita mo, matanda ka na, then you're planning for succession already. These are the joyous aspects of having a business. Ayan. Sige,
Yes.
magpaalam na tayo, Chris.
Nakakatuwa lang, coach, kasi I'd like to add lang, kasi all of these things that we're talking about, it goes back to the framework natin of starting with the whys. 'Di ba? Yung why natin,
Yes.
yung purpose natin. Dapat ano siya, clear, 'di ba? Clear sa yung purpose. Why you started this in the first place, bakit natin to lahat ginagawa. Yung why talaga natin will really yung significance na sinasabi natin is pursue significance, but it goes back to your whys eh. Even yung personal values natin, it goes back to the whys natin or yung purpose natin. And I think lahat talaga nung yung ginagawa natin, all the frameworks, tahi-tahi siya eh. Kaya ang ganda, coach, na meron tayong library of Resto Coach. Kasi kung titingnan mo yung mga frameworks, lahat doon, nalatag natin yung frameworks eh. And meron siyang step-by-step process na kung tatawagin. Kung ano yung mga pwede nating journey, how we develop the entrepreneurial mindset.
And with that, maraming salamat sa iyo, Chris. Alam ko, busy ka the whole day, but take time. You took time to be here with us. Very much appreciated. At sa lahat po ng mga classmates natin, ganun din. Alam ko po, marami kayong pinagkaabalahan, di ba, sa araw-araw, no? And, we really appreciate. Ako personally, I am touched by your presence every Tuesday. Let's continue this, endeavor.
Mhm.
Mahigit, na po tayo, 4 na taon na tayo. So, mag-aapat na taon. So, congratulations sa inyong lahat. Episode 168. Let's continue to coach and share. God bless. Bye-bye.